Okay, mics are live. And we're going to go to cameras here in 5, 4, 3, 2. Good evening, Internet.
What up?
It is another Saturday, so it's another day with your two favorite assholes.
As always,
and
your two favorite Richards
and
in
what
the world.
yes, and what a week it has been. Holy shit.
Whoa. Wowzer.
Oh my God.
Really quick, Ike, I want to thank you for the beautiful camera that I have set up here. Look at this. Look at this, guys. It's like, wow.
The depth of field is so much better because he's got a $150 lens on him.
Whoa. With a what? Yeah, how much does the camera cost?
That's a $700. Like when I bought it new, it was $700. Like
$700 camera right here.
But
what does this do? Like 4K?
No, it's actually 1080. It's technically it is 720p.
But be doing more than that.
Well, no, because of the quality of the lens and the sensor in the camera, it looks a lot better than what we're saying it is.
Yeah,
but it
sure does.
It is a really decent camera, and it served me well. I have the SL3. He's got the SL2, and so they're both essentially the same camera, except mine's a little bit better.
And we were talking beforehand that I was going to buy this camera. Maybe not yours, but the same thing.
Because I need mine to do the YouTube stuff with my dad.
Yeah. And so I'm not going to be able to take it, but I'll buy my own, and it'll look fan-fucking-tastic.
I will definitely help you because the SL3 came out last year. You might be able to find an SL1 or an SL2 used on eBay for probably about a quarter less than what you'd pay retail.
Oh, badass. Bad fucking ass.
Yeah.
Well, on that note.
Oh yeah.
Let's do our thing.
I am actually, hold on, I need to open a new one.
You got a Dragon Smoke?
Yes, but I was gonna go with a Mac and Jack's. What is this? This is the African Amber Ale.
Ooh. Speaking of amber.
Here. I got enough in here I need to finish. We can go ahead and cheers this. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh! Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
That was a damn good one.
I got to be careful with these because this is 11% ABV.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That is high for a beer.
But they're so delicious.
Damn. 11%.
How much less is it? Like, how much is this one? This is a 45% ABV on one of these. And then the Rittenhouse is 50% because it's 100 proof.
Yeah. Whatever it is, you take you just cut it in half.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't realize the proof is just double what the percentage is. So you get a 200 proof, which doesn't exist legally sold in the United States. You have a 100% ABV beer, which would probably kill you or make you go blind.
Yeah, make you go blind. So the vodka I'm drinking is 80 proof. So that is 40%.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's only 30% more than the Dragon's Milk.
But oh boy, does that hit me hard enough.
The difference is when you dilute. What's the dilution you do? What's the amount of vodka versus cranberry juice you put in there?
I do like 2/3 vodka.
So if we do a little bit of math, your drink is just slightly higher ABV than this beer would be. Because of the dilution. Yeah.
But ooh, boy, it's pretty concentrated though.
Okay. Woo! Are we ready?
Yeah, let's fucking do this.
I'm gonna push the button. Here we go. Oh my God. So we have a hybrid setup going on here. We use OBS in conjunction with StreamYard to make ease of everything just a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So we can actually, if we wanted to, we can do things like this that you can't do with StreamYard. We can do stuff like this. We forgot.
Real quick, Indy, that is not true. Don't you ever say that. I am not sexier than Hamster. Hamster is a fucking sex machine that I could never compete with. Thank you. Scotty writing citations with the Eric Estrada shades. You goddamn right. I'm writing up all these bitches. All these fucking bitches. Scotty wears dark glasses and the cops in Texas. I don't know.
What is Outlaw saying here? Like, Ike is the guy who plays arcade games at the Chips Prisoner.
Outlaw, are you fucking drunk, dude?
I'm gonna say probably.
Are you trashed right
now? Hold on. Survey says.
Yeah, survey says. Ding, number one answer.
Well, for 50 points and the win, we got the minivan.
Jesus Christ. Hamster's voice is like, yes, he is. Yes.
So
is great.
Chrome Dome.
Look at that.
He is drunk. Chrome Dome Omega said something that kind of ties into something we were going to talk about today.
Right there? That?
Yeah. We actually... Why the fuck is my camera's like focusing in on weird shit?
God damn it.
We actually have a Razor Fist video we're going to watch.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do that watch 2 seconds and pause it kind of thing so we don't get in trouble, so we can do commentary over it.
Yeah.
But all of the research that I have done on any of this Roe v. Wade horseshit, he succinctly captures everything that I was thinking, everything that I have come to know about this subject.
You know, that's great, because I really don't know a lot about this whole Roe v. Wade thing.
In fact, Roe v. Wade is based on the 14th Amendment, and it's vaguely based on the 14th Amendment, and so we're probably going to go through a little bit of that too. I even have the leaked opinion by Alito that we can read through, at least the beginning of it.
Yeah, and really quick though, what these fucking idiot women don't understand is that it was an opinion thing. This isn't actually going to what is it called? Like where they vote on it or whatever.
No, it never went to a vote of the people. And so it's
it never went to the Supreme Court for them to actually vote on it.
It did go to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court can reevaluate opinions and reevaluate their what is it called? Their rulings. They can reevaluate their rulings.
Right.
In fact, Razor Fist talks about it. They came back and they reevaluated Roe v. Wade and Plessy versus Ferguson in the 90s.
Right. Yeah,
so,
but they weren't like, it wasn't at that phase where they were going to overturn it. It was just an opinion. They were asking their opinion about it.
Whoa, no. What this leak is, this is the opinion because they voted on it. They already voted on overturning Roe v. Wade, and this is the leak of the opinion from February.
So it was from before.
No, this is a new thing. They haven't released it yet. It hasn't been officially released. The justices have voted, not necessarily officially. They have voted. It was a 4-5. It was a 4-5 vote. 5 voting for overturning it or overruling it versus 4 against overruling it. And so this is the majority opinion, and that's what this is. That's the majority opinion is the people that won the battle get to write the opinion for the majority about why they came to the conclusion they came to. And then one of the other justices that voted against it gets to write the dissenting opinion as to why they voted against it. And so this is the pro opinion that got leaked. Okay. So cool. So like the reason that this is so important is because this actually has a chance of actually happening, that Roe v. Wade is getting overturned. I'm gonna give it as about an 80% chance that we are gonna get an overturning of Roe v. Wade.
Ooh. And all that means is that the power is going back to the states.
Yes.
Right?
In fact, I actually have
which is how it should be.
I actually have a Twitter thing here. I'll bring that up before we watch this video, that because it's on topic with that. This is from Accidentally Libertarian. It says the Republican argument that abortion rights should be decided at the state level could be applied to almost any topic. Yes! That's how
the whole idea.
That's how the whole fucking republic works.
Right. You idiots, listen. We're not a democracy. We're a federal republic. There's a difference.
I actually think
we're a union, but each state is like independent.
We're not even a federal republic. We're a constitutional republic.
I'm sorry. We're a constitutional federal republic.
The other thing that I saw people complaining about is like I think it was based on this or something else I saw today when I was at lunch with my cousin. Somebody said something to the effect of, well, 70% of the country thinks that we should keep abortion in Roe v. Wade. Okay, that's cool, but the justices aren't there to side with popular opinion. The justices are there to side with whether it's constitutional or not.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's get
Hemi
to
4-speed bullshit. Yeah, you were.
Okay, I'm actually gonna play this at like 125 speed, so we can get through it a little bit fast. Maybe 1.5 speed, so we can get through it just slightly faster.
God fucking speed, let's go!
Let's do it!
So, this happened.
Lord, we thank you.
You're sacrificing the mothers for the children.
On the steps of the nation's highest court,
Roe v. Wade has got to go.
the nation's most divisive issue laid bare. After the bombshell leak of a draft opinion showing that 5 conservative Supreme Court justices appear poised to strike down Roe versus Wade. The nearly 50-year-old landmark decision that protected a woman's right to access abortion. If Roe is overturned, 20...
So just really quick, you haven't seen this yet, have you?
No.
Okay, so I'll keep it going.
6 states are certain or likely to ban or severely restrict access to abortion.
And here we go.
I'm going to turn this down just a little bit.
It's up to them. That's what it's supposed to be. The states are supposed to make their own decisions on this shit.
Yep.
Pause it.
Okay.
The federal government is there to enforce the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. And protect the land and all that stuff. Okay. That's what they're there to do. They're not supposed to get into states' business in their own rights and everything. Yeah, that's why, like, our governor, fucking stupid ass shit case Brown.
Fucking shitbag Brown.
Yeah, shitbag Brown. Shit colored Brown. She was like, oh, Oregon's gonna fight for their right to blah blah blah. This would give you the right. It's not taking your right away. If Oregon wants to make abortion legal, it's you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's all up to you. It's all up to the state. This is literally taking, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, Ike, this is literally taking the federal government out of it.
Yep.
And going, you do what you do, you boo.
So
you do you.
The whole thing is not the federal government, but the Supreme Court, they're not there to create laws. Roe v. Wade essentially made it illegal to have an abortion, or to made it legal to have an abortion, which insinuates, they actually Razorfist gets into it in the video. It insinuates that they put a law down. They're not there to put laws down. They're there to interpret laws. Right. So, like in the video, he talks about the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment is something about you have a reasonable. It's something about reasonable. Something about privacy. It's a reasonable thing to privacy, And so that's kind of, and so they interpreted the constitutional amendment that has to do with privacy to allow people to legally get abortions. And if the Constitution, which was written eons ago in the 1700s, if that can pertain to something as new as medical abortions, then the Second Amendment, the 14th Amendment, can barely attract abortion to it. Can barely has anything to do with it. It doesn't have anything to do with it at all. If the 14th Amendment has something to do with abortions, then the Second Amendment totally has to do with assault rifles.
Sure.
Sorry, that's my rant. All right, let's get back to this a little bit.
Yep.
Because by the time if we keep interrupting ourselves, we're gonna for 20 minutes. It's gonna take us 2 hours to get through this video.
Whatever.
Streams, hey, with the Democrats staring down the barrel of a midterm massacre of Lena Dunham appetizer proportions, what manner of ninth inning Hail Mary bullshit do you think the left will pull to mobilize their demoralized base? I believe I feel perfectly comfortable saying, you have your answer. More to the point, this, I believe, was a transparent attempt by an ideologue on the court, likely an aide, to influence a court decision they personally disagreed with. The draft itself was from fucking February, meaning someone hoped to sit on this announcement as long as humanly possible until their hand was forced by the fact that the court was planning to release a judgment in the next motherfucking month. Something said slacktivists doubtless intended to forestall by inspiring scores of femfucks to waddle through the streets in defense of their imaginary constitutional right to kill a kid. And no, that editorializing of the phrase is not mine. It's the president's.
I mean, so the idea that we're going to make a judgment that is going to say that no one can make the judgment to choose to abort a child.
Come again?
Biden. I haven't seen this steady a hand since that time I played Operation with Michael J. Fox. And the firestorm of spurgery touched down almost immediately, as suspiciously well-organized and funded protests, marches, sit-ins, and shit-ins kicked off in every deep blue capital city in the country the moment this leak was announced. The woman's movement has been riding high of late. At least if you count the one left in Johnny Depp's bed. But it's especially incensed now that John Roberts has stopped cowering under his desk long enough to actually fucking confirm it, even as he assures us all the decision is far from final. No fucking shit, beef. That's the entire point of leaking, to scare your feckless rhino ass into reversing course. And from the sound of your statement, it sounds like you're splayed wide in anticipation, confirming also in the process that the Supreme Court, we were all assured, never suffers a fucking leak when it was reported they refused to hear Trump's election cases in 2020 because they were afeared of fucking riots, does in fact have more leaks than Biden at the Vatican. Odd there were never any leaks when Ruth Bader Ginsburg was moldering on film for over a year of wasting illness with a sub 10% survival rate, while the media assured us all she was spry as a forest creature and being spotted everywhere from the movies to fucking Coachella. And before anyone chimes in with the ever-ready no vagina, no opinion rejoinder, first off, how dare you assume my gender? And second, allow me to counter with a simple no cock, no kid. Do go ahead and ring me up when a broad has a baby without a dick or a turkey baster being involved, though. I'll wait. That truism, by the way, is how I got blocked on Twitter by Kevin fucking Nash some years back. No need to blow things out of proportion, Kev. It's a tweet, not a quad. In the interest of full disclosure, abortion is one of the primary issues that led to me expelling myself from libertarian circles as a younger man, and laid the first tracks on the path to becoming the embittered Goldwater conservative you see today, and would further add that the Libertarian Party has flat fucking zero moral claim to the term liberty, so long as they refuse to enshrine the efficacy of protecting or avenging the murdered. Fortunately for both of us, I don't even have to get into my moral opinion on abortion to know Roe v Wade should have been overturned 15 fucking seconds after it was handed down. Future Chief Justice William Rehnquist put a bow on the multifarious issues with the ruling in his formal dissent of the decision, healthily and articulately enjoining that the activist Thurgood Marshall-era court had effectively invented a meaning into the 14th Amendment to which the 1868 drafters had been apparently oblivious. And I quote,
He does it every
reach its
time.
result, the court necessarily has had to find within the scope of the 14th Amendment a right that was apparently completely unknown to the drafters of the amendment. As early as 1821, the first state law dealing directly with abortion was enacted by the Connecticut legislature. By the time of the adoption of the 14th Amendment in 1868, there were at least 36 laws enacted by state or territorial legislatures limiting abortion. While many states have amended or updated their laws, 21 of the laws on the books in 1868 remain in effect today, unquote. In short, if the 14th Amendment intended to strip states of the right to determine whether abortion is legally permissible in their own jurisdictions, why the merry fuck didn't its passage in 1868 immediately nullify the 30-odd anti-abortion laws that prevailed during the year of its inception? The court passed a law. Fucking admit it. Most of the media is.
John Roberts has confirmed the authenticity of a leaked draft opinion showing the Supreme Court could be preparing to overturn Roe v. Wade. The landmark 1973 decision legalized abortion nationwide.
Look, some members of the court at the time even all but acknowledged that fact, making the fact that it's a flagrant violation of the separation of powers, an impeachable offense, all the more egregious. Almost as egregious as the cowards in Congress refusing to do a single fucking thing about it. See my stench from the bench rant for a few more servings of that copper-like casserole. But honestly, we can shelve the social and political issues here entirely if that weren't the totality of the reason this case existed to begin with. Why would we do so? Because the case was, at the end of the day, a question of privacy around an alleged rape. Problem being, that rape was about as real as our president's hairline.
Jane Roe's story was a terrible one. She said she had been gang raped, gotten pregnant, was desperate to get an abortion. That's what everyone believed, as long as Jane Roe remained
through the
anonymous.
Camera, you go
when
push
she
the
went
Q.
Public, she told a different story.
Go to the A button on the right.
While you were in Georgia?
Pull out the screen.
No, I wasn't.
You were not?
No, I wasn't.
Hold on. Do you have the screen pulled out for the camera?
Oh, no.
If you pull the screen out.
There we go.
Okay, there should be a Q in the upper right of the screen.
Yes.
Push that. There should be an A on the right-hand side. And you scroll over until you see an M on the bottom, and you click M for monochrome.
Look at that shit.
There you go.
Look at that shit.
There, now we match Razor Fist.
Cool.
So all those stories that are in the books and so forth.
All right, so what we just missed here, let me backtrack a little bit so Scott can hear this. Because apparently the girl that was Roe in Roe v. Wade recanted on being involved in it and said she scammed everybody.
Oh, the bitch lied that she was raped?
Here we go.
What a fucking surprise.
She said she had been gang raped, gotten pregnant, was desperate to get an abortion. That's what everyone believed, as long as Jane Roe remained anonymous. When she went public, she told a different story.
You were raped while you were in Georgia?
Well, the silence speaks.
You were not?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, so all those stories that are in the books and so forth are not true?
Yes, sir. Yes.
They're not true.
Right.
And it turned out that lying wasn't the only embarrassment this darling of the pro-choice forces presented. In her personal treatise published last year, Norma McCorvey told the story of her somewhat sordid life. Then she still adamantly supported abortion. Now she adds that to the list of sins she took with her into the baptismal pool.
I've cheated people out of money. I've sold drugs.
What a terrible person.
I was an abusive alcoholic for, many, many years. I've done a lot against his teachings.
Yes, Trini. Hey, good
but
to see you,
I think
Trini.
the far greater sin that I did was to be the plaintiff in Roe versus Wade.
Shelve the politics for a beat. Pretend this is just a regular court case. Any court case whatsoever pertaining to a rape or sexual assault. The plaintiff wins with an awful lot of help from abortion activists bankrolling her legal fees, might I add, only to emerge 11 days after the verdict and admit she done made that shit up. In any other rape case in the motherfucking Milky Way, What happens the moment she utters that admission?
Thrown out.
Anyone? Anyone at all?
Thrown out.
If you answered thrown out faster than Chris Chan at a family reunion.
Hold on. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? What he just said there? Here. This is hilarious. So, all right.
Admission. Anyone? Anyone at all? If you answered thrown out faster than Chris Chan at a family reunion.
If anybody watching doesn't know who Chris Chan is, he's the guy that got arrested. I'm sorry, the lady that got arrested for raping his mom or her mom. That's why that joke is so harsh.
You're underselling, but I'll allow it. Gang, take the politics out of it. Roe v. Wade was an absolutely odious decision, not according to me, according to Ruth Bader Butt-fucking Ginsburg, who excoriated the judgment years before joining the court back in her ACLU lead counsel days as sloppy, setting back the cause of reproductive rights and giving ammunition to the anti-abortion lobby. And folks, she's fucking right. If you agree with abortion, you should want Roe v. Wade overturned. Beyond the federal overreach of an issue that's already settled on a state level all around the country, it's Roe v. Wade itself that has allowed this issue, once considered relatively minor in the pantheon of marriage, justice, and procreation, to full-on fester into the firestorm of self-perpetuating piss and winery we've witnessed since the 70s. Gang, ask your parents, your grandparents, anyone alive back when we still had a civilization. Believe it or not, there was once a time, not so many decades ago, when abortion was about as cutting edge and controversial as Yang commentary. And you absolutely have Roe v. Wade and good old Thurgood Marshall, who all but bragged about being an activist on the bench, to thank for fanning the flames and cultivating the goat fuck to follow. And for the 15th fucking septillionth time, repealing an illegally enacted law is not creating an abortion ban. No one is trying to take your abortions away at a federal level. You allowed an illegal decision to pass for law at the federal fucking level. Don't bitch now that someone may actually correct the fucking mistake. All this does is send the issue back to the states, where it frankly should have been rightfully to begin with. The good news for abortion advocates is, of course, if you're in a blue state, abortion's back on the menu, and probably in a more unfettered fashion compared to the version that was federally imposed previously. If you're in a state like the one in which I reside, Arizona, well, sorry, you may actually have to do silly little things like put laws up for a fucking vote first. And if you fail to pass on a state level, here's a thought. Maybe your cherished positions are incrementally more marginal than you thought. The real world is not your fucking gender studies class. Out here in the ether, you're actually responsible for arguing your positions and persuading people rather than imposing your will by unelected fucking fiat. Life hurts, Tinkerbell. Wear a cup. And I don't want to hear you bitching about the ballot box after spending 2 years shrieking tremulously about insurrection and preserving democracy any more than I plan to endure my body, my choice platitudes from the party who's firing federal employees over a fucking vaccine. And hey, if it helps at all, try and think of it this way. We're not killing Roe v. Wade. We're aborting it in the 196th trimester. I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed.
Oh man, slow.
Ike,
what's up?
Look at your Discord.
At my Discord.
But anyway, what were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, we can. Yeah. Once we're off this topic.
Yeah.
Let me message. Okay. So my big thing about this is, how come we have 9 people set up to decide to remove your quote-unquote right to an abortion? We shouldn't have 9 unelected people making that decision. Sure. But we also shouldn't have 9 unelected people making the decision to make it legal in the first fucking place.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, this is literally just getting it off their hands and leaving it into the decision of the state. But that's exactly how it should be.
Yes.
That's what we are. That's what we do. That's what makes us so unique and so awesome.
We fought a war about states' rights.
Exactly. we fought for independence from Britain for this.
I was talking about the Civil War, but okay, that works too.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. But the whole general idea was that we are independent. Each state, we're in a union, but every state can do its own thing.
That's how it's supposed to be set up. Each state is its own like concealed, like hermetically sealed, like country of sorts.
Almost.
That's why states' rights supersede federal rights. That's why this edict from the Supreme Court about abortion was unconstitutional, because it supersedes states' rights.
Right.
And states' rights should supersede constitutional rights. So not federal rights, not constitutional rights, but federal rights. So
the Constitution is like you.
Yes,
that's where the federal government steps in, and it's like you can't supersede what's on the Constitution.
That's the
anything else. That's that's up to you.
That's the interesting thing about Roe v. Wade is it was determined that the 14th Amendment, which is in the Constitution, supported abortion somehow. And so at that point, then states couldn't make laws against it. It was quote unquote unconstitutional for them to make laws against abortion. So them overturning this, it just leaves it to the states. And nobody says that you can't go somewhere to go to another state to get an abortion. 100% guarantee, and it's up to private citizens, private groups that can and they should be allowed to do abortion tourism. Like, I don't like abortion. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's a necessary evil.
I am. I'm totally for it.
It's a necessary evil to an extent. I'm not necessarily going to get too far into the weeds in my opinion on it, but if somebody wants to go to another state to commit murder on an unborn child, that's their own problem and not mine. As a libertarian, I do not agree with it, but more power to you. You be the piece of shit that you want to be.
Yeah, if you want to kill it, go ahead, kill it. I don't give a fuck. You know, I think the biggest question, the biggest discussion. We'll say discussion. That's a very nice way of putting it.
Yes.
But the discussion about it is when that clump of cells, that thing becomes a person.
So
when it becomes a human being.
So what was the definition of that? They're like
exactly.
That's the question, though. So some people, like a lot of religious people, believe life begins at conception. However, I actually do kind of am in that camp slightly. However, I like the definition of when the fetus becomes viable outside of the womb is a good catch-all. It's all about It's all about give and take. I have to compromise my opinions to allow you to have some of your opinions. You shouldn't be allowed to just say, "Oh, my opinion is the only one that matters. We're not going to compromise on this 100% anytime up until birth, whatever." No, fuck you and fuck your face on that shit. Why can't we compromise and say 15 weeks or a certain number of weeks? I'll compromise on that. Even though I disagree with it 100%, I will compromise on that.
Yeah, dude. Even like first trimester. That's what 4, 8, 12. I mean, that's 12 weeks.
Yeah, I think the Roe v. Wade decision
3 months.
The Roe v. Wade decision says 15th. The thing is, we shouldn't have an edict from the Supreme Court saying all of this. The states get to say it. And so if it comes down to a vote, I will vote 100% vote to enact or allow abortion in whatever state I live in up to a specific point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree, dude. I agree. And I I agree. It's like when it's a clump of cells and it's just bleh, so I don't see that as a person. I was
watching I think it was Nick Rekieta the other night. The night that they the day that they announced or the leak happened, it was Monday, I believe. Nick Rekieta was streaming live, and he's like, think about this. If you go in for an ultrasound, even like the old ass ultrasounds where you can hardly see like just the outline of a baby at a specific number of weeks or days after impregnation. Mm-hmm. That wasn't even a technology that existed when Roe v. Wade was voted on.
Wow, really?
And now they have 4D ultrasounds, which it does like a 3D render of the child's like face and facial structures.
Yeah, you can see its face and
up to a specific point. And you can actually see, and I think that my opinion, and I'm kind of postulating this at the moment, I am willing to change this if somebody proves me wrong. I'm of the opinion once it starts looking like a full-grown or a mostly grown person or child or baby, that's the cutoff. And there is a lot of gray area there. So there's like overlap and a lot of things that can be taken into account. I am not a person that gets to make these laws. I just have an opinion, and I get to have an opinion on it. I don't give a shit if you say no vagina, no uterus, no choice. The fucking 9 men that decided this in the first place didn't have a uterus, and they got to make the decision. They don't get an opinion on it? Fine. Get rid of Roe v. Wade. Fuck off.
Oh, can I get a how dare you?
How dare you?
Yes. Let's do another fucking
all right, 1,
cheers. Let's do
2, 3. Sorry, I didn't mean to get too impassioned there.
It's all good, baby. It's all good. Do we want to here look at your chat real quick?
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to?
Well, let's. I think we've hit on the Roe v. Wade thing pretty decently. I wanted to read through some of the opinion, but
let's go for it.
But I kind of wanted to talk about this really quick because I thought this would be interesting, and then for like the last like 15 minutes, maybe we can, because we were planning on possibly doing the after hours thing.
Yeah, dude, there's like 2 streams going on.
Oh, okay. So well, let's talk about this just real quick, and then we'll bring some people in. Maybe we can talk about something else for a few minutes. So
can you take over for a second? I got to pee so bad.
Well, I need you to see this. I'll read some chat.
Okay. Go. No, go.
This is just gonna be really quick, and then you can go to the bathroom. We can talk about this. Okay, so this is interesting. So this is from an episode of Picard that just came out recently. Picard references January 6th in a montage of humanity's worst moments.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Here, let's watch this real quick. It's only 30 seconds.
I've seen my future. Let me show you yours.
This is not Picard.
No, it's not. This is from the show Picard thing.
For freedoms. We called it the Second Civil War.
January 6th.
War,
oh, fuck out of here.
World War III. This was our last day. The day the Earth we knew ceased to exist.
And now they're comparing it to fucking nuclear holocaust.
Oh, please. Jesus.
And no, this is the same show that had Stacey Abrams as the president of Earth. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. While you are out, I'm gonna post the link to this broadcast in the chat.
Good.
If somebody wants, if anybody, are we just inviting anybody on?
No, we'll I know most of these people, so we'll filter a little bit.
Oh, do we just post the link in chat, and then if somebody shows up we don't want, we kick them, or just don't put them on?
Just don't put them on, yeah.
Okay.
Talking about you, Chris Mitchell, Emperor.
If Carl's watching, Carl's more than welcome to join us.
Yeah, Carl, get in here, bud. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, I don't know what we're going to talk about. Let's see. What is this? You just go.
Well,
I'll
I'm
read
sure
some,
we can talk more about Roe v. Wade.
I'll read
I'm
some
sure there's
shit here.
plenty.
Let's
There
see.
you
Yeah, man, it's raining again. Jenny running to charge my batteries. Get a solar system. They said it should be fun. What does this say? I nominate Scotty's live stream mandate. Lol. Catheters for 0 PE breaks. Catheters for 0 P breaks. Hillary Clinton talking a dump on the nuke button. I think they meant taking a dump. Let's see here. Literally nuclear war. The response to January 6th is a travesty. Yes, it is. It is a travesty. No, this is a bold new show. You talking to me? You must. Nobody hears. You must be talking to me. Starting my garden tomorrow. Shit, getting ready. Oh yeah, getting ready for the Holocaust. Let's see. Yeah, JR, if you want to come on. Emperor's intimidating to some. I don't know what that means. Scott probably does, but he's using the bathroom. Once he's back, I'm gonna go to the bathroom too. Here, let's do this. This will be funny. Let's see. Let's go there. There we go. Oh, I want the longer one. There we go. That's better. Let's see what happens when he gets it back. He told me he had a, oh, hey! Hey, Carl.
Hey. One of these days, I will get my place a little better organized.
Yeah? Whoa, we got an echo going on.
Yeah. Carl, fix your echo.
I muted him. What was that?
It's not me.
Yes, it is.
Is it him? No, I think it is him.
Because it's still echoing.
On you.
On you.
You said I was muted.
Hold on, so now it's not echoing.
Because you're muted, Carl.
Yeah, it's because he's muted. It's not echoing now. I think it's
right.
His headphones aren't headphones. I think they just vibrate or something. I can't hear. What was that? You can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself.
It was still echoing while I was. Yeah, still echoing while I was muted.
Oh, so
these are the ones I used last time.
Is that on? Is that on my end then?
They're not on. They're not. Yeah.
Huh. We've got Scotty's feet pics waiting.
Oh yeah. What is this?
It did when we were on last time. It did echo a little bit.
Hey, can I hear you guys?
Yes. Yeah. Can you hear us?
Okay.
We fixed it?
Yes. I forgot to mute the main stream.
Oh my god.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
All right, there it is. Scotty's feet pics. I can't read the rest.
I can't either because it's really long.
Scotty's feet pics are us. Okay. I think this is Chris Mitchell. Who is this?
They're muted. They muted themselves. There they
Who
go.
is who? Who's Chris Mitchell? I've never heard of him.
There he is. Emperor of Canada has joined us.
Who's that guy?
Who's the Emperor of Canada?
I've never met that guy.
It's this guy down here, Chris Mitchell.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Ooh.
that might be me incognito. I don't know.
What's going on, man?
Could be me incognito.
Okay.
What's going on?
Not much, brother. Just got back home. How are you guys doing?
Getting tatered.
I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. All right. Carl.
So that's the plan for tonight? Get all fucking shitter?
Well, that's part of it. That's part of it. Carl, what do you think on this Roe v. Wade shit? Tell me. Talk to us.
So because it was bad law, it needed to be overturned. I mean, it is up there with the Dred Scott decision as far as bad law goes. As far as my position on abortion itself, my position is based on individual responsibility, and abortion removes individual responsibility. And I figure if you haven't figured out, one, you're pregnant and you were raped, that got you pregnant within the first 3 months, I don't know what to tell you.
You're a fucking idiot. I know exactly what to tell them, and you're absolutely right.
Yep.
Personal responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, dude. Chris, what do you think?
Well, I mean, he said it all for me, right? I mean, the fact that these abortion laws that we have now and the easy access to it takes away all responsibility from a person, leaves them to be more irresponsible the next time. That's why I have met women who literally use abortion as their birth control. Rather than take a pill because, the fat bitch might get fatter, right? Or get something inserted, or even get their fucking tubes tied. Like, they're done having kids, and yet they're still out there fucking having abortion.
Oh, okay. Talking about the tubes tied real quick. What about the whole argument about, like, well, then men should get their what's it called?
They won't do that, Scotty.
Vasectomy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They won't do that. Most doctors will not give a man a vasectomy until he's had at least 2 children.
Or at least until he's, 30?
Yeah, there's a specific age.
25 or something like that.
Yeah. So you've got a fucking big goddamn span there where you can make 10 children.
You know what I love about that argument? Oh, so you're putting it back on the man. So you are saying the man is smarter and more responsible than your whoring ass. Okay. And and you can't take any accountability for your poor decisions. Gotcha.
Yeah. The strong, independent woman is not responsible enough to be strong and independent.
Good point.
Let's face the fact.
There was a thing I saw on Twitter. I mean, it was somebody said something to the effect of women not necessarily having access to abortion means that they get to be more selective about who they sleep with and possibly find a partner that they're going to stay with. Oh my God, it's like how it was initially intended.
No.
How dare you sexist. How dare you.
Yes, my favorite one I've seen so far, it's this whale with a sign that says no abortion, no sex or something like that. And it's the chat dude. Deal. In fact, that specific image was in the Razor Fist video we watched on the stream.
I know she's laying there, her face is like, it's just fat.
I think
like I said.
Go ahead.
When you meet these women who are, they already have 3 actual children, right? Full-grown children, or on the way to being full-grown.
By 3 different baby daddies.
3 different baby daddies. No husband still, out getting knocked up for every fucking Tyrone and Ray that comes.
Are we talking about black people or just women in general?
No, she's a white chick. The big one that I like to refer to, she's a white chick, right? And she won't take birth control because she's already like 197 pounds, right?
Later, Johnny.
So she says it'll make her fat. She even goes as far as to name the children she aborts and have like little funerals for them, because it's nothing but look at me, look at what I go through.
It's all narcissism.
Pity party.
It's narcissism is what it is.
100%. Now, these are the women that use fucking the abortion clinic more than anyone else out there.
It reminds me.
The amount of people that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm interrupting you. Finish your statement.
The amount of people that actually go out there and get abortions for rape or incest are so fucking catastrophically small and insignificant
Yes.
that it really would not matter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would not fucking matter at all.
So what you just mentioned there reminded me of a tweet that I found. There's a guy that did the comic that's behind me here had a tweet just recently that is very apt to what you said. It says, "Mommy, where are my brothers and sisters?" And she says, "You don't have any. You're my one and only baby." "No, I'm not. There are 7 of us. I see them at bedtime. They want me to tell you their names."
So, ghost babies?
It's like really fucked up and sounds like a horror movie.
well, look at the women that are complaining about the Roe v. Wade thing. Like the chick who was saying, I guess we won't have sex with men anymore, right? Or that's what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
When the fuck has she ever had an abortion that wasn't based on her own personal convenience, rather than the fact that she was raped or fucked by her daddy or her brother? Never.
My favorite has
Never.
been the majority of the people who are outraged about this are land whales. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not too unhappy about that.
Well, not only are they land whales, but these are women that are like saying, well, I guess my fucking dating for this summer will be, interrupted or fucking inconvenienced because I won't be able to get abortion. Like, that's the type of women that like abortion.
Somebody on Twitter said something to the effect of, "This is going to ruin Tinder."
Yeah, this is going to ruin Tinder. Hey, man, we've all heard of the Tinder surprise, right?
So, just a second ago, you brought up a chat message that mentioned birth control. There's a small commentary I'd like to make on that. In that, I really think birth control should be like, you can pick it up at the corner store. But here in the U.S., especially like states like California, it requires a prescription and at least doctor's visit once yearly, which drives up the price, I don't know, 9x.
So one of my friends was talking to me about this specifically when Roe v. Wade was decided in the 70s. The abortion was one of the only contraceptives you could do. There wasn't a whole lot of them. They had like the pill, but now it's we have an exuberant amount of different types of contraceptives. We even have contraceptives for men as well, and they're working on a pill for men. Like Scott and I were supposed to talk about that a couple weeks ago, but I think we forgot. And so, like, back in the 70s, yeah, this was a thing that they needed to fight for. But now, because we have all of these contraceptives, if you get pregnant, it's kind of your own fucking fault.
Dude, the first 10 years that they brought up the idea of abortions, we didn't have nearly as many as we did in 2020.
So
you could combine all the abortions from the time that they started having abortions, right? Like in an actual facility,
mm-hmm.
and add them all up to the year of 2020, which was 2 fucking years ago, and 2020 will outdo them all. Because now they don't give a fuck.
A copper IUD, which is actually one of the most effective IUDs, has been in use since the 1800s. So,
but the science on the IUD has probably definitely increased significantly since then.
Yeah, there's more than just the copper IUD. There's now hormonal and stuff, but the copper IUD is one of the most effective, but it has to be inserted by a physician and removed by a physician.
Yeah. Don't those last like 7 years or something like that?
Like 15.
15. Yeah. Okay.
I
knew there was an exuberant amount. I just threw the first number that came into my head.
It doesn't fuck with your hormones or anything like that.
Right.
Well, if you're having abortions, the hormone. Never mind.
Oh,
hold on. I got it.
Well, my youngest.
How dare you?
My youngest kid's mom, she's got the hormonal one, right?
Oh, yeah.
And her older daughter, has the copper one. and the copper one doesn't cause any problems with her daughter, but apparently this hormonal one fucked with her period a bit.
Dude, yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's it. So you could have another period like 3 days later, she told him. But
I was with a girl for a little while. She got the Depo shot. And
yeah,
that
he was
made
on
her,
Depo.
no, that made her fucking nuts.
Well,
fucking nuts, dude. And I had another friend, it was my buddy's girlfriend. She even talked about when she had done Depo before, because she got off it. She was like, fuck that shit. Because she was in bed with her ex-boyfriend, like at the time. And she was sitting there seriously contemplating, like, if I murder this guy, like, could I get away with it? Like, I could get, I think I could get away with it. And it was in her head. And she was like, that was normal thoughts for her. But it's because the Depo, like, does that to you. It just makes you fucking nuts like that.
Well, that's another thing. When my youngest boy's mom, when we decided to have him, he had been on Depo for like 15 years. And it never fucking gave her a problem.
Wow.
So, I mean, it really depends. I mean, I've heard there's horror stories out there for everything.
Yes, Davina,
right?
Depo-Provera. Yep.
Yes, but she was on Depo for 15 years, and it never affected her at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different for different people.
It really is.
I went to Home Depot once.
God damn it, Ike. No. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here.
Oh, God. There goes the stream.
Hamster.
There goes the fucking stream.
I know.
God damn it.
All right. Well, since he's here, I actually
somebody got a new sound effects toy, huh?
No, you don't, Carl.
Yes, I do.
Carl.
I'm going to dance with pretty ladies, unlike you guys stuck in your room.
He's probably going to go masturbate.
No. See, I'm not living in a state that's all crazy. I'm living in a state that allows people to gather together without masks.
It's okay, Carl. It's okay, Carl. I danced with pretty ladies twice already today.
Whoa.
Some of these ladies might have dicks. I'll be honest.
Well, it's good. It's good having you. Have fun.
Thank you, Carl.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you.
See?
Bye. Hi,
Scotty,
hamster.
you get a haircut?
Who?
Or you got a man bun? What's going on?
No, he's got it tied. He usually has it tied in the back.
Oh.
And
he's getting ready for the night shift.
I was saying he's looking a lot more manly.
Yeah, I trimmed my undercut. That's all.
I can smell the testosterone from here, you big stud.
No, I still have my hair. It's right here.
Oh, nice.
It's just in the back.
It's
Does that
okay.
work with the chicks?
He's
Yes.
he's like I'm losing mine here, so he's just making up for.
I could see Scotty with like that party in the back. What is it? Party in the front?
No, it's a business in the front, party in back.
Party in the back.
Yeah,
I could see that.
The mullet.
The mullet.
I'm more.
Mullet, yeah, the Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah.
I'm more partial to the fullet. It's party in front and party in the back. That just means I don't get a haircut.
Yes,
right.
Hey,
Right.
Hey, to go back to the topic, you've mentioned a few times that your sister-in-law won't let anyone hold their daughter because she believes that like most men are rapists and pedophiles.
Most men
right?
are child predators, is what
Okay.
something like that. But when she's drunk, she lets her drunk ass friends hold the baby all they fucking want.
Here's the thing. Now, coinciding with the abortion thing, is it more likely that she's right and most men are child rapists, or is it more likely she's just a crazy cunt?
Crazy cunt.
Are most of these women that say they fucking want abortions all the time, every day, mostly whores and irresponsible, or are they speaking common sense?
No.
Well, not to get into too much
irresponsible whores, most likely.
Not to get into too much of the family drama. There's been several things that this girl has done that don't coincide with marriage. Just gonna say that much.
Oh, really?
Not to give away too much.
Oh no, I
information.
want to know.
I know. So do I.
Well, let me put it this way with being cryptic, but not very cryptic at the same time. My younger brother got the guy's phone number and called him.
Oh boy.
So
the thing is,
open married.
No, it's not an open marriage. He didn't know that she was married.
Oh, what?
Dude. No, she's hot wifing without him knowing.
Yeah, no, they're in a Cuck Murphy situation without him being a Cuck Murphy.
Jeez. It's time to boot that bitch.
Why the hell are you gonna get married if you're gonna do that? What's the point?
That's the whole thing. Is she's just fucking batshit insane. She's actually in an inpatient facility right now.
Oh Jesus!
For like alcohol abuse and drug abuse.
Speaking of alcohol abuse, I'm out
do they have they have the one kid, right?
Yeah, just the one.
And he's actually married to her.
Yes.
He should get a lawyer and make sure she stays in there.
I don't want to. I can't talk about too much about that because there is stuff that's happening, but I'm not going to get into too much of that information.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm understanding, but yeah,
because
the thing, get a lawyer.
The thing is, like, anything that I say here is public knowledge at this point, and it can be used either against him or for him, or against her or for her, depending on what I say and what comes out. So I'm not going to say too much.
That's cool.
So
understandable.
Like I'd like to be able to talk about it, but it's his personal life, and it's not my business. Well, it is my business a little bit, but it's not my business, and it's not necessarily the public's business to know exactly what's happening either.
No,
that's true.
Although she is, like, I will say this on the record, she is an insufferable cunt.
Yes. yes. No,
she actually unfriended me. She actually unfriended me on Facebook.
Oh, darn.
How are you going to survive that?
Oh, no.
I don't know. I don't use Facebook, so
I don't.
I have it. I just don't use it.
I haven't met her, right? I don't think I've ever met her in real life.
No, I think you. No, that might have been John. Her and Robert, like 2 weeks after she announced that she was pregnant, came with met me at Brickyard one time. And I think it was either John there. It might have just been me. I don't know. I don't think you were there. But I told Astra, the bartender, I'm like, oh yeah, my sister-in-law's pregnant. And so they show up and she orders 2 shots. And then after the second shot, Astra comes to me and is like, you told me she was pregnant, right? I'm like, that's what I was told.
Jesus. Wow. Jesus.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. No, I don't remember that. So
yeah, you probably weren't there then.
But the little that I've heard and I've seen some, like, you guys talking about it or reposts or whatever. Yeah. No, you're right.
Well, my brother. If you go to my brother's Facebook page, 1 out of every 3 pictures is him and the baby, or even just the baby. You go to her page, 1 out of every 15 has the baby in it.
What are the other 14 of her?
Yeah, and so at one point, she posted a picture of herself, and she put the comment on the caption. It wasn't even a post; it was she changed her profile picture. It's like, I want to make it about me for a minute, and then everybody commented, and they're like, we want to see pictures of the baby. She's like, I wanted to take a moment for myself. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, you do that all day. Jesus.
Yeah, that's literally her life fucking story for the sound of it.
Yeah, so she had an inconvenience, which is a husband and a child now. And she's trying to fight to keep the child, even though she doesn't want it. One time my brother went over to go see her, and she got mad at him for bringing the kid over, because she wanted to see just him.
Oh, God. Jesus.
I know I said I wasn't going to talk too much
I know.
personal. Let's change the subject.
I want to get Hamster's opinion on this on Roe v. Wade, because you were talking about it on your stream, which we were going to go raid, but you stopped.
Well, you told me to come on yours. So.
I know, I did. Thank you, by the way.
I just can't win today. Oh no!
Hey,
you're making him cry.
Hamster, it is what it is. Hamster, did you get my email address? I posted in your stream earlier this morning. Did you get it?
Oh, geez. I don't know. Did I send you a note?
No.
I was probably drunk.
Yes, you were getting there. It was like 10:30 in the morning, at least here.
Oh yeah. I had started up on that. So just it's just James Von Maxwell at gmail.com if you want to.
Okay, mine's Scotty.
I wouldn't,
but
Scotty.
it's only one S. Scotty Side at gmail.com.
And so it's Scotty's side, not Scotty's side.
Right.
Side at gmail.
I fucked that up when I made the account.
Were you drunk?
Maybe.
Could have been.
Right.
Like, anytime I'm doing anything for this podcast, I'm usually drunk.
Dude, JR, Hermit and One Fast Stack are both going live like now.
Yeah. I saw one. Well, Island just went to Hawaii, so
I know. And I was watching the streams and shit, and I was like, oh God, I want to live there so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be talking to him about like, hey, where did you buy your property? Because I'm gonna buy something there too.
In Hawaii?
And, yes. I would love to
Whoa.
go to Hawaii.
No, Hawaii is beautiful and all, but the politics there are fucking horrible.
I know the politics are dumb.
Yeah.
But
I think Hawaii is.
I'll think about it some more.
Hawaii has worse COVID restrictions still than fucking New York does.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, Hamster, what's your opinion on this whole thing?
On the Roe thing?
Yeah.
I think it just makes total sense. Yeah. The Supreme Court found something in the Constitution that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only right to turn it back to the states under the 10th Amendment.
That's exactly what Ike and I were talking about.
Which one's the 10th Amendment?
It hands it back to the states, which is how it's fucking supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's right.
Right.
I mean, the only reason they found it in the Constitution was to federalize it because they were getting lobbied by the fembots and all that other happy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the emperor did say that a little earlier. Around that time, the only thing you had really was the birth control pill and condom. That was it.
Yeah, well, we
don't live there anymore, though. Right?
So,
we got a whole bunch of other stuff.
For those just as confused as I was, because I'm not up on all of my amendments. The 10th Amendment, this is kind of just dumbed down. The 10th Amendment says the federal government has only those powers specifically granted by the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the amendment that they tried to use for Roe v. Wade is the 14th Amendment. It's something about like privacy, and it doesn't specifically mention like abortion. It's like, well, if you're gonna like a lot of the feminists are saying, well, if you outlaw abortions, people are gonna get illegal abortions, and the gun rights people are like, yes.
Duh.
Like, no that's what we've been saying for centuries now.
I mean, it's just they make no sense. They do not have a compact, succinct argument.
What's the statement? It's if the left doesn't have double standards, they don't have any standards at all.
Oh, I mean, it's changing by the day.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I did a weird story where some anarchist place is gives you the recipe for making abortion pills. Right. Okay, but it's horse medicine.
Yeah,
medicine.
It was the horse. I think it's the horse liver medicine. And so like it was something. I think Antifa has like a rogue group of scientists that tell people how to make specific medication or whatever. And so it's horse medicine. They tell people how to get it legally by lying, not necessarily legally, but lying to a veterinarian to get it so they can induce abortion. But then before that, they were making fun of people for getting ivermectin, which is horse paste or whatever the bullshit it is. But ivermectin's not horse paste. It just happens to be used as that specific thing for veterinary purposes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's ivermectin in the fucking horse paste that they're talking about.
Yes.
But guess what? There's antibiotic in fucking fish antibiotics. Does that mean we get rid of all antibiotics?
Nope, not at all.
You're taking fish fucking antibiotics because you take antibiotics that are coming from the same company. Literally coming from the same company.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, and they made a big deal out of that. Those idiots in, I think it was Arizona that got the fish cleaner, and they were taking that.
Oh yeah,
and
there was a case I think in Florida where two people took the fish cleaner and both like the wife forced the husband to take it, then she took it, and they both died, and everybody's trying to blame Trump for it, but Trump never told people to take that.
No,
I mean, it says right on the freaking jar, not for human consumption.
Yes.
Duh.
Not only that, but the first one, Hamster, was the wife fucking murdering the husband.
Yeah, I think I remember kind of, it seemed a little bit fishy.
Ah! Hold on. I got you.
So I think, though, with respect to the whole thing, I don't believe they should take away the pills and all that other crap. I mean, they got to have something, right?
They should not.
Yeah, I mean, if you are a victim of an assault, a criminal activity, I mean, I think it should be just standard operating procedure. You go to the hospital, and I mean, you're in bad shape, and you probably got beat up, and whatever. You get a pill, and you don't ever have to think about it.
Well, I think if you go into the ER and you tell them you were just raped, the first thing they do is give you a Plan B pill.
I would hope that would be kind of standard procedure.
I think it is. I think it is standard procedure.
That's just it, guys. If they allowed it to go that way, they can't play a victim card there anymore. That victim card that they love to use in that case gets taken away. They need all the victim cards.
The whole thing about all of this, though, is they're playing the victim card. They're saying they're outlawing abortion. No, they're not outlawing abortion. They're leaving abortion to where it should have been, in the hands of the states.
Mm-hmm.
And if the state that you live in is a state that doesn't support you getting the abortion that you want to get, move to a different state. I know that's easier said than done. Some people don't have a lot of money. Some people are poor. Yep. But just the other problem with this is if you live in like one of those red states that does outlaw abortion, it's going to be a lot cheaper than moving to a blue state that has legal abortion, because liberals like to tax the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, bad.
But I mean, that's the whole thing. We, for 50 some years, have not had the ability to vote directly on this thing. That's why they wanted to find it in the Constitution, because then you couldn't vote on it and blah blah blah. It's a bad. Even Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Saint Ruth, said it was a bad, weak decision.
The whole thing about this is finding abortion in the Constitution is like looking through a Where's Waldo book where Waldo is nowhere in the fucking book except for on the cover.
Yeah. It's just that it was just made up. And I've been hearing a lot about, the legal term, what is it, stare decisis or something. We don't overturn old precedent. Well, we'd have a hell of a lot of big problems in this country if some of the older decisions weren't overturned.
The big problem here is like we can't get rid of Roe v. Wade because it sets precedents. Yeah, it was bad precedents. Fuck off.
Yeah, no, that's true. Mm-hmm. I mean, there were many decisions by the Supreme Court, like I believe somewhere in the 1890s. The Supremes decided it was okay to, what the hell did they do? Something to the Chinese folks. They could legally take their property because they weren't citizens or some crap. I don't know what it was.
Are you talking about the Japanese internment camps during the 40s?
No. This was apparently a lot of Chinese came to the United States, maybe gold rush or build a railroad, whatever.
No, it's the railroad. I think the railroad imported a lot of Chinese people.
Yeah,
to help build the railroad.
And a lot of Chinese folks eventually settled up, like in Winnipeg. It's a big, Canada, a lot of big population of Chinese up there. But I think the decision was something on the order of, since they're not citizens or something, you could legally take their property without due process or some crap.
Whoa.
And there was the other ones with respect to racial stuff. Thank God they were overturned.
Yes.
They were bad. They were bad decisions. So this whole idea where we have a precedent, we can't overturn it. Bullshit.
The government, especially the U.S. government, makes a lot of bad decisions.
Yes.
Exactly.
Let me reference the Trail of Tears and taking property away from the Native Americans. Slavery was legal once in this country. Bad idea. First off.
The thing is, we're one of the first to outlaw it, too.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that. Okay, you're also discussing the big difference there, because it wasn't just a government. It was an invading government. And I don't have any sympathy for any natives right now. I really don't. The people then, absolutely. The ones now, not a chance.
What?
Look,
okay.
in any conquest, someone's gonna lose.
Yes.
Right?
Just like there's people are invading other countries all the time. Russia, Ukraine, but yeah, it's the prevailing country, prevailing people that essentially eliminate the other people to take advantage of it and keep it. Like
Right.
the Native Americans,
we had the same thing.
I was going to say the Native Americans in this country were invading themselves because they wasn't all one unified group of people. We had pockets of like hundreds of different tribes, and they were all invading themselves and taking each other over to gain more property, more area. In fact, I think the purchase of Staten Island in New York, that they sold the people, the white people, that island, but it wasn't theirs to sell.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. So the Native Americans in this country were fucking each other over for centuries.
Yeah, but I mean that's just it. They couldn't unify as a country and control the fucking country. Right?
I'm not.
It's not like we invaded Spain, and every part of fucking Spain that you invade is still Spain, right? They had individual tribes.
Yes.
They didn't come together because they couldn't.
It wasn't unified. It wasn't one unified tribe.
And listen,
exactly. Somebody bigger and badder is coming to fucking take it all.
Like regardless of morals and anything that goes in with murdering somebody to take their shit.
Mm-hmm.
There were no laws here. Like we may have perpetrated some immoral shit to get what we have here today.
Oh, yeah.
But what we have here today is the best fucking country this world has ever seen.
Well, who do you think the biggest benefactors of Canadian government is right now? Because it's definitely not the fucking white man that owns it.
It's
now.
It's the trans LGBT black woman.
Right, but right now it's all for the last fucking 50 years. It's been the natives.
Yeah,
the natives literally get paid to exist.
Yeah,
they get paid to fucking exist.
Right.
Yeah.
They reproduce, they get paid for that too.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta pee again.
Okay. Yeah, I've had to pee twice. Real quick though, too. Also, it's like in my head, do you honestly think if these natives had the power and the resources that the bad white man had, that they wouldn't have done the same fucking thing? That they wouldn't have invaded and conquered all of their warring their neighbor tribes and everything like that? Are you kidding me?
That's what they've been doing when we showed up.
Exactly. They were trying to invade.
So how are we the bad guys?
Exactly. And that's what I'm getting at. It's I would love to challenge any of those fuckers that if they had the weapons, the knowledge, the tools that these bad white people came in with, if they had that on that continent with all the other tribes or whatever, and they only had what they had, you're telling me that they wouldn't have used that to go and take over the whole fucking country? Of course they would have, because we're all humans and we all do that shit.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's not that bad things didn't happen. We understand that in the past.
Yeah.
But what seems to be the new mantra is singularly, for some reason, the West was somehow worse than the rest. That history we did things that apparently were worse than anyone else in history, and it's not true.
No,
but we did horrible shit. There's no question about that.
Hold on, hamster. White people are the worst perpetrators of anything in the existence of the world. Do I need the /S there, or does everybody understand that?
No, never mind Genghis Khan. Never mind Genghis Khan.
Never mind the slave trade. Like the people that they got the slaves from were the warring tribes in Africa selling their war criminals to us.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. saying to us like things I am part of that. No, I'm not part of that. I was never part of that.
No.
To go back to the natives, it's not like they didn't fucking burn down entire villages and scalp all the men while raping all the women. No, they never did that.
No.
Once.
No.
Well, I think the excuse that's used is, well, you were coming in to take their land. Okay, but that
they were defending themselves.
They've been doing that for hundreds of years before we got here. So there's a big difference.
They've been attacking each other's tribe. Yeah, that's true.
There was a video game that came out recently. Scott and I talked about this on the podcast probably about a year ago. It's a video game about Native Americans in America protecting their land against white people. And so you get to play this as the natives fighting off the white people trying to invade your land. They got canceled by leftist cancel culture because there wasn't enough Native Americans working on staff making the game when there's only 5 people on staff making the game to begin with.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I mean, look at the dude. They have even used that against Instagram models and shit.
Oh,
That's why, like last year, there was the big controversy about fucking women dressing up like sexy Indian girls. Yeah, because fucking most of the people that they've used in like everything from Playboy to fucking just Instagram itself, who were dressed up for sexual purposes.
There was a bar
because none of them were actually native.
Boo hoo.
There was a bar that Scott and I used to go to all the time, and I was there on Halloween once, and there was this really cute girl. Like she's white presenting, I guess is the way to do it. She was dressed as a Native American. She's dressed as an Indian, and somebody was like harassing her about it. She is more Native American than fucking Elizabeth Warren. Because I think I think she was like 1/8 Native American, and so like just because the whole thing pisses me off, white presenting so we can harass them for discretions that we feel are bad. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's just nonsense. I mean, it's anything they can do to come up with shit to try to rip things down. It's crazy. I mean, you can't. There was this one. What the hell was it? A couple of years ago, I guess a white girl was going to wear some sort of Asian sort of prom dress, and
that one.
Fucking fit.
I remember that. Yeah,
I think that was back when Ethan Klein helped her out. Back when Ethan Klein wasn't a total piece of shit.
Or at least he pretended not to be.
Well, he just recently went back and removed all of his videos with Jordan Peterson because he's like, I was different back then. I shouldn't be perpetuating his white supremacy. Jordan Peterson is like the worst white supremacist ever.
Oh, of course. Yeah, man.
He has a lot of fans. I mean, I don't think he's necessarily right on everything, but I mean, he's an interesting point of view.
He's an intellectual scholar, and he's human just like everybody else.
But I do love the way he I mean, the interviews like with Kathy Newman or whatever, just hilarious.
I love his interview. I love watching him because I always just imagine Kermit the Frog saying it.
Dude,
Hermit's Stream came over.
He tore them all new assholes.
Real quick, we're gonna raid Hermit's Stream real quick.
Okay.
Just a second. We're gonna go. There we go.
Raid.
What are they talking about?
I've been doing all right. Been
my thoughts on Kevin.
Okay, some injuries.
Yeah.
Kevin Samuels.
I need to know, how did he die? How?
Heart attack.
Hold on.
What?
Heart attack.
Yeah. Heart attack.
Holy shit.
He apparently had some lady over and in the morning his chest hurt and apparently he collapsed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pardon my ignorance. I know just enough about this. Kevin Samuels is who?
He is the black truth teller, I think.
The black what?
For the most part. He's a black truth teller. Like, he tells women exactly why they're fucking failing and fucking up by the numbers and why the men don't want them. And the best they can do is fucking, Tyrone and fucking Ray Ray.
Yeah.
When the New York Times calls them a polarizing YouTube personality, that means they're actually spouting the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, controversial, and he's this, and then a bunch of apparently Twitter evil people were jumping on him and praising the fact that he died because he was this evil misogynist bastard from hell. And it's like, what is wrong with these people?
No,
my God.
I wouldn't necessarily call him misogynist. He just like, from what I can see, he just says things as it is. Like, he just tells people bluntly. If you're blunt and you tell people things they don't want to hear, you're going to be called polarizing.
Well, I mean, that's the part, is that misogyny now is criticism. You can't say anything about female, or else you're misogynist.
Well,
you
any
hate women.
question?
It's kind of like the whole misnomer of mansplaining. Like, somebody told me I was mansplaining to them because I didn't know that they had a background in like a specific field. Yeah, I wasn't even assuming. I was just having a conversation. It was just an innocuous conversation back and forth between two people, and they're like, "Why are you mansplaining this to me?" I'm like, what am I mansplaining to you? They're like, well, I work here. And I'm like, we didn't discuss that before we started talking. How dare you assume that I didn't work in that field? I'm like, there's so many fields you could have fucking been working in, bitch. If I started talking to you,
were you supposed to know that?
If I started talking to you about nuclear physics, I don't work in that field either. Would this still be mansplaining if I told you how that worked?
Yeah. Well, it's like, Peterson's thing about the pronouns. It's like, how in God's name are you supposed to know?
Yes.
You walk up to somebody, it's like, I don't know what your pronouns are. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be called she? I'll call you she. I don't give a shit. But don't yell at me if I don't automatically know that.
Okay, so
what kind of crap is that?
I've got a story. I've got a slight story about pronouns. So one of my other brothers has a stepchild, not going to say any names, that is now identifying as they instead of she.
Oh boy.
I probably shouldn't even be telling this story, but
do it.
But my brother caught the child. I'm just going to say the child instead of they or she. Caught the child saying, "God damn it!" And my brother's like, "Well, we don't use blasphemy in this house." And she's like, "You can't tell me what to say." And he's like, "Well, if you're going to police my speech, I get to police your speech."
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
And
I mean, it's a power trip is what it is.
And to the brother and the people I was talking about there, if you find this, I know I wasn't supposed to say anything. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not.
Yeah, this whole transmission thing and the pronouns, it's just out of control. It's goth, except it's serious. They're changing laws.
The problem is that's not how pronouns work.
Hamster, they're changing these laws for less than a fucking % of people.
Oh,
they wouldn't change laws this quickly or in any way to benefit 99% of them.
I like that.
What
topic.
does that tell you?
I was actually on my way back here to do this podcast with my cousin. I was dropping him off and then I'm on my way back, but we were listening to Short Fat Otaku and he mentioned something. It's like, well, okay, like we're not going to tell our child that they're male or female. We're going to let them choose. So we're going to do that because 0.01% of the population potentially could identify or be transgender. Like we're gonna fucking change the way we do everything for 0.01% of the population. That sounds like COVID bullshit to me.
But here's the thing: they won't change family court laws for half the population.
Exactly.
Nope.
What the fuck does that tell?
God forbid.
Don't fucking matter to them.
God forbid men have
and that's fucking it.
God forbid men get an upper hand.
Because we have all the privilege, Emperor.
All the privilege.
That's why.
Yeah.
Big old backpack of privilege.
Big old backpack.
Don't worry, guys.
That's in Crenshaw's
Don't worry.
The knapsack of privilege.
I love Crenshaw.
When I become emperor, I'll fix that.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
Emperor of Canada. I'd vote for you.
Fix that up pretty quick.
I'd vote for you.
Let's rate Hermit real quick.
Well, that's just it. Hey guys, no offense, but the beauty of being emperor is I don't need your vote.
That's right.
true.
Technically true.
And then give my 2 cents on the Kevin Samuels. I guess we'll talk about the Kevin Samuels thing for a minute.
Ooh.
Oh, perfect timing.
Personally, I watched a little bit of his older stuff.
Same.
I thought he was good. And then it got to the point, once you've seen one Kevin Samuels video, basically seen them all.
Yeah.
And then he talked about some other, like basically like what Hammerhand and Chronic say. He is a fucking blue pill cake with red pill frosting. And then
blue pill cake with red pill.
She was a 9 when she's not nowhere near a fucking 9.
No.
He's like what, 38, 40, and literally everything on her body is fake.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then what do you guys think of the whole Kevin Samuels thing? Like I definitely, even though I didn't like his stuff, I definitely don't like wish he was dead or anything. Like yeah, I do think that sucks. And he seemed like he was in relatively good shape. He wasn't overweight or nothing. And then for him to just like die, it kind of shows you like any day could be your last day.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we can plan things out and we can be like, we like to be here 10 years from now, but you also got to live for the moment too, because you don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah. There's some truth.
Yeah, there are some contributing factors.
Like
for one, he took the hokey pokey. Like
right.
Wow, he took the hokey pokey and then his heart exploded.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The hokey pokey. I after I was done with that, I turned myself around.
Boo! Shit, no. Thank you. God damn it.
We're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, and then chugging fucking Red Bull on top of that.
Yeah, I already did drink a lot of Red Bull.
So much pre-workout, or that'll be me when I'm 50.
The next time Scott wants to do a foot fetish thing, I'm gonna get him some seriously cast thigh-high socks.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
He's in his 50s.
Right.
Potentially with some kind of underlying genetic factor.
Yeah.
It takes. I'm going to say the Johnson & Johnson because
the mirror. Let's just call it the. We got to come up with a code word.
The Johnson & Johnson one is actually legally acknowledged to be inadvisable due to those kinds of conditions. So I think it's okay to mention that one.
Ooh.
All right. I don't know. I just want to. I know how Susan. I've had like 2 channels nuked for talking about the coup. So
we're both gonna get nuked.
You got
God
nuked
damn
last
it!
week, didn't you? Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, you got stopped in the middle of the. I think it was last week.
Well, we were
because we played that.
Doing that video, yeah.
Yeah, we were watching
it yesterday.
Yeah, we were playing a video, yeah.
Right. Well, the thing is when we were streaming, it didn't stop it then.
Yeah.
Like live streaming, it was fine, but I guess later we got.
I don't know. No, it stopped during the live stream though.
Oh, really?
Screen went blank. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We were watching the Judge Jerry shit.
That game show or whatever.
Yeah.
We were watching Judge Jerry.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway, gentlemen, I'm going to take the moment to say good night to you, and I'm going to pop out. But maybe we can all get together and chat later.
Definitely.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks for having me.
Later.
Thanks
I don't know.
Ike,
do you want to call it? We've been on for an hour and a half, so permit's going. So
we can call it, but do you want to listen to some more of this and talk about this for a minute?
Okay. Hamster, do you want to hang on? You want to hang out? Cool. All right.
You can mitigate the factors.
What factors?
Yeah. So what do you think on that real talk?
Yeah, let's hear.
When his older content, he had like a lot more, information for men, pretty much telling men to stop fucking being bums. But it's not. He didn't just like yell at men and not give them like solutions to their problems. He's saying, motherfuckers, if you take a fucking shit, don't just wipe your ass with toilet paper. He says, get some of those flushable wipes and get those dingleberries the fuck out of there. Like, clean yourself up, be better, and
real quick,
present yourself to a certain degree.
Real quick, I've used those dude wipes and they're awesome.
I like that their StreamYard says StreamYard on it.
Yeah. Unlike ours.
I'm not trying to pull some elitism here. Actually, I am.
Mine says StreamYard. What are you saying?
Yeah, Hamster doesn't have the StreamYard up there either. Right,
I'm going to pull elitism on
that.
that.
I do. Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You do?
Well, I mean, not here, but on a stream, I do.
Yeah, he is.
There's like a duck or something up there.
Yeah, I know. I've watched some of his streams. He has the Powered by StreamYard in the corner.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I thought the one I was looking at this morning didn't have it. Was I dreaming?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Some people
try using OBS for a while, but OBS is just so icky. I didn't like it.
We use OBS in conjunction with StreamYard now.
Yeah. I just never wanted to take. I guess I should maybe look at it, but OBS, it just seemed like it was way too hard for what you had to do.
It takes a lot of configuring.
Well, it's fucking Linux, for God's sake, you know. Linux is different.
If Scott and I were going to be doing a podcast that just happened to just be everybody, like if like
Dude wipes.
If we're gonna have like 4 or 5 people on, we'll just fucking worry about StreamYard.
Yeah.
But for our podcast, we have all the overlays, like the explosion here.
Right.
We have all the overlays and shit, and we like to use those because it makes us stand apart from other people's stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not questioning it. I'm just saying that for me, it's
yeah. No,
OBS just seemed to be just I could never
also
get it to work correctly.
Also, from a back end perspective, as a guy that has a history in actual broadcast, like I had a live call-in TV show on cable access for like 2 years. Like I love that stuff. I love doing the behind the scenes things, and that's my favorite part about all of this.
Well, hey, Hamster's been on the actual radio too.
Yeah.
Radio is different than television, though.
It is. Yeah.
Because
it totally is.
People keep telling me I have a face for radio, except I keep wanting to show it.
Yeah. No, we had little toys to play with, like recording people on the phone and that kind of shit. It wasn't quite like a video is a whole different.
I still want to talk to you about getting us recording an intro for our show.
Live from Portland, the city of hell.
Portland. Home of the other white meat.
Oh,
live from the place that is close to, but not exactly Portlandia.
The fucking breeding ground of the land whales.
But I think Island said something interesting that
What's that?
Once you saw Kevin Samuels a few times, it was kind of like the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the way I kind of got a little burned out on Coach Greg Adams. I mean, I like him, like his stuff, but it was the same. It was just the same every day. It's just, I've heard it. I've heard it a million times.
You know, and that's kind of why I like stopped following Sandman and Howard Dare. They just, and even what's his name? Strong Successful Male.
Yep.
I love the guy. I love them all. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
They're great guys, but it's just like they were just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. And you know, as much as and I follow Undead Chronic and all them and stuff, but I don't usually watch their live streams and stuff. They're just not my style, really.
Yeah.
I love them to death, and I am subscribed, and I'll go in once in a while. I love Hammerhand a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sticks.
I love his style.
That's Sticks,
a lot.
right? Sticks Hammerhand.
Huh?
Is that
no?
Sticks?
It's Sticks X and Hammer. That's different.
Oh,
he's that other long-haired devil
Sticks X.
worshiper.
Okay, Sticks X and Hammer. Okay, you're talking about
somehow.
Hammerhand, which is like one of the MGTOW guys, right?
Yeah.
Monk.
He's a monk.
Big time monk guy. Yeah.
Hold on. As a person that's not well versed in the terminology, what does monk mean?
Hamster, you want to take that one?
Basically, it just means you avoid all interactions with females.
So
you don't help them, you don't talk to them, you just stay away.
So he's one of those incels.
I suppose, yeah.
Oh, no.
Actually,
it's not involuntary. It's V-cell.
Voluntary stuff.
He's voluntary.
Yeah.
He's not involuntary at all. He could easily get.
Are you telling
many females?
Are you telling me he's just a faggot then?
I didn't say that.
No.
Wait, did I say that out loud?
I don't think he's gay, no.
But he is not at all.
So he likes the poon, but he just doesn't.
He's had a wife and he has kids.
Yeah, he's got
he
kids
has a wife or had a wife.
Had.
That makes a lot of sense when it comes to like some of the stuff that I know that you guys talk about.
Because he's been through that shit. Yeah. He's been through the shit ringer. Yep. Bad. He got it bad. And
Scott,
a lot of other guys. Hang on, real quick. A lot of other guys in this sphere have gotten it up the ass real bad.
Send me. Let's go to this one instead because I like. This one
there
better.
you go. Okay.
Send me a link to his stuff so I can watch it.
All right. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, I think he got struck by Susan, so he's not.
He gets struck a lot.
Susan Wiki.
Yeah, Susan whacked him.
Which
What are gonna
you know,
do?
it's which is weird because I think that I say more vile shit than Hammerhand.
The
does.
problem is how
I've
many
never gotten stricken down.
how many followers do you have?
I have almost 1,000.
How many people watch your shit on a regular basis? Like when you go live, how many people watch?
Yeah, no, Hamster doesn't watch at all. So that's all I calibrated.
How many followers? How many followers does Hammerhand have?
A lot.
27,000.
Yes. So a good like percentage of those, probably 2%, are people that follow him to rage watch. So they will, as they're rage watching, they will report him. So they get more reports per stream than you would, which makes sense that you wouldn't get canceled by Susan for saying some more outrageous shit than he would say.
Yeah, no, and also I don't monetize at all. And I think
YouTube likes to keep an eye on the people that make money off their platform.
Right. Yeah. I don't, and I never will. I could be as big as Hammerhand, and I still won't monetize.
However, on the Seriously Cast channel, we are trying to get to a point where we can monetize, and we're still working on that. I think we're going to start with the Buy Us a Beer thing. There's a link in the description on both channels. On the both channels, there's a link.
Buy us a beer, you said?
Yeah,
there's a beer.
There's a link. There's a link in the subscription. Buy us a beer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I think it's set to like a $5 minimum, and so you can just, if you want to buy us 20 beers, buy us 20 beers.
And it's all gonna go to Ike because he does most of the work. I'm just.
But
he drinks most of the beer too. Apparently.
Yes, he does.
I also spread the wealth with content and apparently with equipment now too.
Yes. Is this right here that I'm using is Ike's camera?
That camera makes you look, I'm going to say 1,000 times better than that piece of shit Logitech, but the Logitech is still pretty good.
Hey, no, it's good for what it does. Yeah, it's good for what it is.
For the price point, I think it's like a $40 camera.
Yeah, it was hardly anything.
But when you compare it to like a $700 camera,
makes a difference.
Yeah. For real.
Like
I have a pretty.
I
have a pretty fancy camera, but it's not a streamable camera.
So. If anybody, what kind of camera is it?
Oh, it's a Canon GX7 Mark II or something.
That is streamable. That is streamable. Look up Canon webcam utility.
Oh, okay. You can get a thing. Okay.
Yes, they have a thing. You just need to have a USB cable for it. I think that one is streamable. Look up Canon webcam utility. You can use it as a webcam.
Yeah.
Because
I'll do that.
Both Scott and I are using Canon cameras using the webcam utility.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah, so you definitely can use that as a very nice camera for web streaming.
Yeah, I typically don't do live, but once in a while.
Canon, it was interesting because when I first bought the camera that Scott has, they didn't have that functionality. But once everybody was going to like at home, like learning and at home working, Canon rushed out a webcam utility to plug their cameras into computers almost instantly, and it's been available for like 2.5 years now.
Oh, no kidding! Yeah, I bought the camera like it's a long time ago, 4 years ago.
If it's one of the older ones,
it's still good.
It might let me do the research for you. What camera is it?
Canon GX7 Mark II.
GX7 Mark II.
Yeah, we want to see your pretty fucking face,
Hamster. G7X is what I'm coming up with.
Yeah, Mark II. Yeah, that's it.
You've shown us your hands.
That's true, and my foot.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
My sexy foot
in a little part of your apartment.
Yes.
See here.
You can see the apartment all day. I mean, it's, there you go.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
There you go.
Yeah, you got the fireplace.
Oh no.
There's a fireplace there.
Yeah, and then there's your door to the
guitar here. There's
oh man,
other computer over there.
That one is not on the list.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it does have like a Wi-Fi thing, which I never understood what the hell it's for. But I guess you have to make it a device on your computer, and you can transfer files. But I couldn't get it to work.
Does it have a HDMI out?
Yeah. Yes.
You can get a fairly cheap
or DisplayPort. Maybe I can't remember.
Whatever it has out. If you can get it into an HDMI format, like from one end to the other. You can get HDMI input cards, like the one I'm currently using to broadcast the stream from OBS to Scott is like a $20 one I got on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And so you can use that. The problem is you need a clean output.
Okay. Yeah, I've got well, my computer here is older than
older
you
than
guys were probably in high school when that thing was made.
Nice.
Wait, how long ago was that? Like 1940? Sorry.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm sorry.
But, okay. But I do have a Mackie, what the hell is it? Excuse me, 1620 Onyx mixer.
Ooh,
and
a
it's
Mackie, like that's not a cheap piece of equipment.
That's about $1,000.
How old is it? Is that newer?
Oh, it's actually really old. It's
still. The problem though is even though
maybe
you bought it, that's not that old. Like I've got
it still works.
I've got a soundboard in my garage that Scott and I might start using once we go to like single camera stuff in a single location. That a friend of my dad's gave to me that was made in 2006 and it still works.
Yeah,
badass.
Well, the only problem is this thing got a little bit dusty, so I have to take it apart and clean it.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have
some
to do
of the
that
pots are getting a little weird, and for some reason, and I haven't been able to figure it out, is that because I have a, what the hell do I have here? This is a Focusrite Scarlett 2-input, and I'll typically use that for this. That's what you're hearing now. But like if I want to record a song and get drunk, I'd record a song. I could just plug all the shit in the Mackie, but the input from the TV is so distorted, and I haven't been able to figure out why.
Wait, hold on. My question here is: so you're using the Mackie and you have an input into your computer. Does it have like a USB integration, or how are you inputting it to your computer?
Firewire.
Oh, you have a Firewire?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's like they started using that shit in like 2009.
Or it was, I think it was even before. Well, let's see. It was actually a long time. It was a long time ago. But yeah, so you can still get the plug-in cards. And this laptop I bought particularly because it had the slot.
Yeah, like hold on. You mean like this one right here?
Probably, yeah.
I got this laptop from my dad. I use it to import my old mini DV tapes.
Yeah. So, but the Firewire works fine, except once in a while you get hiccups. I mean, it's not as stable as I'd like, but I did find out a free mixing suite from a place called Traction. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but
mixing suite.
It's absolutely free. It's like Pro Tools kind of thing. And that's what this thing came with. And then you could upgrade over time. And for some reason, a couple of weeks ago, I nuked it.
Have you not tried doing aux out into an input card?
Oh, I could do all that. Sure. They know everything you want to do on this board, you can shove through the Firewire. So you get up to 16 channels and all kinds of crap.
So have you ever tried Voicemeeter? Will that integrate?
Not heard of it.
Voicemeter is a free open source software. If you get like Voicemeter Banana, or there's another Voicemeter that's higher than Banana, if the Firewire input has each input from the board as a separate input, it can use it individually digitally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, the software does that already, so you can record each track individually.
But if you look into like Voicemeter is a free open source software that we actually use on this show. I have a separate input with the USB input where you guys are coming through, and then I also have going back out to you guys an input from my computer, which is separate from your guys' output to my headphones. And it's kind of convoluted to talk about, but I think those in the know kind of understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I don't use the Traction is not. I don't use that for doing any streaming. That's just like recording shit.
Okay.
And so the nice thing is you can overdub, you can do all kinds of fun shit, right? It's kind of fun. But I think since it's free, it's limited to 8 channels. But the original one I had was 16, and you could do sub mixes. You could do all kinds of crazy shit.
Let me pull this up. So this is what we use for our audio for the show. So Scott, go ahead and say something. So you guys are on a separate channel right here.
Blah.
Yo.
And then over here on this channel is where we get into like audio from my computer. So let's pull something up here. Let's play some music. Here, let's just do music.
Oh shit!
Don't do music.
Oh, you're right. Okay, let's do royalty. Let's fine. We'll play some Matt Walsh.
There you go.
So if I put Matt Walsh on, so if you look right here, it's coming through here. You guys are hearing it separately.
All of the libs at the last night.
And so now you guys are separate. So it's both. They're both coming through mine. I can control where they're going by A1, A2, A3, and so I have 3 different outputs. I can do things on.
Fashion review. Let's just go through.
So you can kind of mix it in your headphones as well.
Yes. So if I wanted to, I can go in here. And if I push A1, I can hear myself in my headphones, but it kind of throws me off a little bit because it sounds like I have an echo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah.
Or if I push A2, you guys will be able to have an echo for yourself.
Yay! I don't hear it.
Oh,
either.
You don't hear it? Okay, never mind. Oh, it's B1. There you go. B1 will do it.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there it is. The cool thing about that is you guys will have the echo, but it won't go out to the channel.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, we're getting tech geek here.
I'm pretty sure Hamster and I could talk for hours just about tech shit, and I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because currently it's just my computer. Apparently, it's smart enough to know that I'm listening to YouTube, and then it routes it into the Scarlett here and mixes it. And
is Scarlett an external thing, or is that the software?
Yeah, it's an external USB mic preamp kind of thing.
But the Scarlett takes the output from the computer, and then
no. It takes the output from me.
Okay.
And then I can. There's a monitor switch here, so I can just turn you guys on if I want to.
So you
I
have
can't hear myself.
You have an
I can hear myself now.
You have an expensive external piece of equipment that I got for free with the voice meter.
Later, mouth.
Probably, yeah. But I mean, the microphone that I'm using is actually, it needs phantom power. So you gotta have phantom power.
Yes,
so that's what this thing provides.
Like literally,
although I do have.
I've got the Yeti, which is.
Oh yeah. Same here.
Pretty good.
I got the big black one.
Ooh, do you?
Like
I'm more into the robot dildos. He likes the black ones.
Yeah, he likes the black microphones. He can record himself having fun, I guess.
I like all colors of microphones.
Okay.
Oh yes, you're not one of those.
Oh, I want all of them.
But I've got some AKG C214 or something like that. It takes 48 volt phantom power.
We're like 2 hours.
Yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours, and on the thing. I just realized on the live Saturdays it says 7 p.m. Pacific. It's supposed to be 6. I fucked it up.
We are professionals here, folks.
That's right.
No, the duct tape is extra thick today. So
yes, it is. Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna go. So Hamster, go ahead and stick around. What we're gonna do is at the end of each episode, we go into a holding screen for 20 seconds where we're all talking, but the outro music's going to play. It's going to give like our information for like Twitter and whatnot. And so just stick around. We'll just have a conversation, make it look cool. So thanks everybody for watching. I would like to ask everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe on both channels, Scott's channel and Seriously Cast.
And Hamster's
channel too.
Go
ahead and plug your channel.
James Von Maxwell.
Yes.
On YouTube.
They just search James Von Maxwell. They can find it.
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Scott, you need to bring your cup up because we got to go through some extra work here. Make sure to twirl your Tweety. And lastly, but not least, If we say anything that is factually inaccurate, please let us know. We like to be corrected. You can email us at seriouslycast@gmail.com. You can send us a direct message on either YouTube channel. Both if you send it and it's something about me, if you send it to Scott's, he'll make sure I get it. Vice versa, if you send it to Seriously Cast, I'll make sure Scott gets it. And just everybody, please be nice to each other.
Yeah, you dicks.
We'll see you guys next week if we don't see you before. Have a good one. I'm going to push the button.
Push the button.